Well, everybody,
Welcome in, everyone.
Welcome back to episode 5
Yup.
on the SGI podcast.
Yep. Episode 5.
Super surreal to even think that we're already on 5. That means we've been doing this for over a month and a week now.
Yep. Almost a month and a half already, because we're already in the midway of March.
That's very true.
Which is crazy. So here we are. We had a interesting week this week. We got a lot of Rock Raiders in. We got a lot of I got Resident Evil in, and then he actually finished Silent Hill, so that's exciting. So we're hopping on to our next game after Silent Hill F. And yeah, let's
couple topics we're gonna talk about this week. Well, just for today, obviously. Our week in Arc Raiders. After that, it's gonna be games that we've dropped, and then overrated versus underrated on certain games. It just sort of depends.
Which we haven't done before, so that's going to be interesting how we do that segment.
Yeah, and then we're going to talk about our gaming Mount Rushmore, like 4 games that kind of defined our gaming career, like that are mean something to us or just that fun.
We've talked about a couple games that hit us personally, but I don't think it was only 1 or 2 games, so now it's a total of 4 games that we feel like define us as a gamer pretty much. So you'll probably hear some games that we've already talked about, or you might hear a brand new game. You're like, oh, cool! There's another game that hits them personally. So
you may agree with us, you may disagree with us. That's totally okay. This is just our games that we feel that mean the most to us.
Yeah, and then also too, there's tons of different Mount Rushmores that you could end up doing. So probably in future segments, you'll probably see one that's we think is the horror Mount Rushmore, because there's a bunch of different ones that you could do. So because we play a lot of horror games, so I feel like a horror Mount Rushmore would be perfect, like the games that we think define horror.
100%.
But that won't be today.
Yeah,
just saying future topics.
One topic today. Yeah. But hey, in the comments, leave some of Mount Rushmore you want us to do. Like maybe it's movies, different genre of games, or TV shows. I mean, you tell us what you want us to talk about. If not, we're going to pick our own topics anyway. So you want to be included with it, we'll give you a little bit of a shout out for the suggestion.
Yeah.
We'll throw your name somewhere up here.
If we ever get one, yes, we'll throw your name up there.
Yeah.
Saying thank you for the question, and that's gonna be awesome. And then also too, I think we want to dive into we have a couple little little quick fire questions that we'll be doing today as well, which is gonna be fun.
Yeah, and first question on that is, what's a game everyone loves that you couldn't just get into, like a game that everyone was hyping up that you were just kind of like, I don't want to be a part of that mess.
Yeah, I feel like we've both had instances with that, so. Go ahead. I actually want to hear what game you think that was super hyped up or everyone's talked about, and you're like, I'm just not gonna get into it.
I'll probably get a lot of hate for it, but in the Skyrim games,
okay.
I love the concept and the idea of that game, and don't get me wrong, I love that world it's set in. It's just the amount of time you would have to put into it. I wasn't ready to do that. And I've seen the gameplays. I love what the game's about. It's just one of those things where it's I don't know if I want to invest that much time into it. It's the same with any of the Lord of the Ring games or the Witcher games. I love the books and the game and the movies, but the games kind of just weren't there for me. I was just kind of nah, I don't want to ruin what I have, the idea that I have of this. Another one would be the Harry Potter franchise. I love the books. I love the movies.
You mean Hogwarts Legacy?
Yeah, I heard good things about it, but it fell off super fast.
It was okay.
Yeah.
It was an okay game. I never finished it, but it was okay. Yeah. I feel like they could have done a lot more interesting things with that one. But there was one character that I could say I took away from Hogwarts Legacy that was actually pretty interesting, that made the game worth it. But other than that, it was all right.
Kind of meh. Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of meh.
So yeah, anything.
And I would say that I kind of would say what you were saying about Skyrim, kind of, because I played a lot of Skyrim, and I still never finished that game.
Yeah.
Because it's that's the thing with some that particular type of game. It's you're trying to do just the main quest, and then 20 side quests pop up because you come up into these random NPCs and hey, would you do this quest for me? And then that whole side quest, even though it's a side quest, turns into a whole chain of quests. So then you're 2 hours in, and you're I didn't even get to the first actual main scenario quest.
So I know in that game you could actually get all the side missions done before you even do the main missions.
Yeah, you can. And then pretty much you can just steamroll the main story because you're just so powerful by the time you do all the side quests.
Which I get and I appreciate, but I feel that's some kind of stuff that should be earned along the journey. You shouldn't be able to start all powerful or not, because that kind of ruins it. Maybe through a second playthrough, it's understandable. Like, hey, give me everything, because I know everybody, like most games have like a new game plus, where they allow you to bring all your equipment from the first game into the second game. So, but I think for a first time run, that should be allowed.
Skyrim was great. I love there's so much to do, but then sometimes when there's too much to do, I'm like,
yeah,
like
it's overwhelming.
Yeah, it does get overwhelming. You're just like, sometimes you'll end up just dropping it because you're like, I don't think I'm ever gonna finish it because I'm just gonna get side quest, another side quest, another side quest. Even though most of the side quests that I've done are pretty interesting, but then there's a lot of side quests that are very basic. They're like, that doesn't add anything to it. But there's a lot of good like side quests. It's just it gets overwhelming. You're like, well, I'm never gonna finish this game by the.
Yeah, it should be adding to the story and giving you like a usable equipment towards the story, like it's no different than any other game that says you got to go here to do this to get this in order to complete this mission or something. Like things like that I value, but like I said, I feel like for me personally, like that's a game that everybody was like super wet over that I didn't care too much about. And then, well, what about yours? What's a game that?
Man, that's just putting me on the spot because I was like been trying to think about this all day because I mostly like every game that I like play, it's always been like I'll take a chance with it. Like I'll play it even if it's like super hyped up. Because even like Arc Raiders, I didn't really care for too much for the hype, but then there I am.
What about
3 months later, playing Arc Raiders, and it's like now one of my favorite games. So
what about Helldivers 2? Because we've played a lot of that. Well, me and Devo and my cousin.
I guess I do like Helldivers, but I think I just like stopped playing it because also too like since I have that PC now, I don't really use my PlayStation too much.
True.
I know he's been telling me to like rebuy it, but I'm like, I don't know if I want to rebuy it.
I think it's only like I think it's like $30 or $40 still.
Like I enjoyed it while I was playing it, but I don't know. I just couldn't dive myself back into it because I don't know. I don't know what it was. There was nothing bad about it. It's just one of those games where you like play a good amount of time for it, and then you're just like, I think I got a good 50 hours of my money for that game. I'm just gonna go ahead and drop it.
It's crazy because when you left, that's when they started adding in all the extra like DLC and weapons and like different maps, new enemies to fight.
So you can add attachments to your guns now too.
Yeah, so you've missed out on so much cool shit that we were talking about before they added that. So I don't know. Maybe one of these days I can convince you to move back to us.
I don't know, maybe. And then I guess the same goes to like Destiny 2. Like I played a lot of Destiny 2, but then just after like maybe like maybe after even before the expansions came out, I think I just stopped playing it too. But then somehow it always brings me back into playing it for some reason because I'll stop playing it for 2 years and then all of a sudden I watch a video or something. I'm like, ooh, I kind of want to play Destiny 2 again. Play for a couple days. All right, I'm good.
You're like, I got the itch fixed.
Yeah, I don't need to do that anymore.
And other big news, we got our first sponsorship for the channel, which is pretty rad.
Our first partnership. I think, because I think that's the way it is categorized. It's a partnership, which is exciting because I think we've talked about it between me and him that I've had this brand before, like in little sample packets that they sometimes like send over to the people just to spread the word or whatever. And I thought it was pretty good. And so I've like always familiar with it. And I've always seen them like on social media and stuff. And I was like, "Ooh, I kind of want one." It's just I've never gotten the time, or I've never decided, or never like got it into the product. But I've always seen them. I was like, "Ooh, that's really cool." Like I would definitely want to try it at some point.
Yeah, it's funny. It was never on my feed until you mentioned it to me, and then it started blowing up everywhere.
No, I remember you telling me that.
I was just like, they're listening. They're
like,
they're listening to me.
I think we literally talked about the day before, and then the day after that, literally, he's like, I've been getting tons of stuff on the feed about that. And it's like, that's a sign. That's a sign that you need to try it.
Right. That's a sign of selective hearing.
I know.
But yeah, no, definitely. They did send us a free sample pack. A couple
just
little
the Dragonade, which is I love because I love anything with dragon fruit. Usually anything with dragon fruit I can get behind. So when I saw that they had that flavor, I was like, ooh, I definitely want to try that. And sure enough, that's the one we got. And
yeah,
it's been pretty
good. And then we each got our own cool little flasks.
Cool little flask right here. I have the more girly one, I guess you could say.
Ooh.
But also too, she was probably one of my favorite characters from like the Chainsaw Man series, which is like the arc that just came out in the movies. Which when I read it, I thought she was a great character. I loved the Denchi and Reze dynamic, and then the twist at the end. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
snap. Oh, and then when I found out they were making a movie, I was like, dang, emotional damage again after watching the movie. And sure enough, that movie,
I haven't seen it yet, so don't say nothing.
that movie was amazing, honestly, and I enjoyed everything about it. Like, I know that at the same time, like the Demon Slayer Infinity Castle, and they were like kind of like competing, like which one's the better one. And I was like, I like Demon Slayer, but I just didn't care too much to be able to watch the Infinity Castle or whatever, because I felt like it was, because now it's just gonna be, because it's always seasons, but now they're making the whole season in a movie, and I just like, I don't like that. And I think from what I heard about it is that it kind of just feels like you're watching the anime on the big screen. So like, it feels, some parts feel cinematic, but that's how it feels like in the normal seasons. But I felt like it didn't really need to be put in a movie. Like, I feel like a season still would have been better. And like with the Chainsaw Man one, yeah, it's a whole arc, but also honestly too, it's like a short arc, so you really don't need to make a whole season for this particular arc right here. And also too, when I saw the movie, it felt like it really felt like they were trying to make it like a movie. Like the music was great, the sound design, the transitions, like everything was put in. Like it felt like I was watching, like it was meant to be like a movie and everything.
Like they spent money.
Yeah, they spent money to be able to make this, and I felt like from what I heard about the Infinity Castle, it felt just like a bunch of episodes crammed together to make a movie, where this one was actually made to look like you're watching like a movie, like cinematic. And also too, it kind of makes sense, because literally the writer for Chainsaw Man is literally a big really into cinematic stuff, so like it suits his style perfectly. So when I saw the movie, I was like, oh, this is probably literally everything that probably went in here was his idea, because he loves anything that has to do with cinema. Even like the first Chainsaw Man's opening sequence for season 1, there's a bunch of movies that are referenced in that, like the Big Lebowski. What else? Don't Look Up was in like another one that was referenced in there. Yeah. There was tons of movies, and they did a pretty good job with doing that. So I really think that was cool. So that's why I ended up getting this one, because she's probably one of my favorite characters. So I figured, why not get it? And it kind of goes with the style for the Dragonade, because it's like pink, so it kind of goes with the color.
It definitely does. But yeah, so we're partnered with Dubby now. So we've had like a week to try out this flavor. And just kind of like. It does. I
think we had it for both the streams pretty much, and I don't know. I tried it, and just like what I was kept on saying is that the flavors, like you can definitely taste the different mixes that they have in there, because I think it's like strawberry, dragon fruit, and I think lemonade. And it doesn't feel overpowering. Like all the flavors, like the way I was saying it is like it kind of feels smooth. Like it doesn't feel like any single flavor in this mix is like trying to compete with each other.
Yeah, definitely.
Or one's a little too much. You get a little bit of nice balance with all three flavors that are mixed in there. And honestly, I drank it, and it got me through the whole stream. And I think I was still up for like 2 more hours.
Comes with tons of vitamins, and I think it has natural caffeine in it, so it does keep you awake.
It's called like the cherry coffee extract, I think that's what they would say.
It does keep you awake. It doesn't keep you wired. It feels like a real gradual, and then like a really nice gentle bring down without just.
Because he had it first before me, and I was just when he said, he's like, "Oh, this is really good." I was like, "Oh, I really want to try it. I can't wait to try it." And then
I drank it like at 6 p.m. and I drank an entire bottle like this, and I was like, I didn't fall asleep till like 2 or 3 in the morning.
I know, I remember you.
And I was regretting it. And I was like, damn. But flavor's great. We can't wait to try more flavors. And if you want to sample any of the flavors and stuff like that, we'll leave our discount code up here.
Code up here, pretty much.
It's gonna give you guys 10% off to try anything out in the store. It'll help us grow as a channel, so we can give you better content. Maybe even have at some point in time maybe a better studio for us.
Yeah, and then also too, it also helps the company that makes this awesome product, which we're so excited to be partnered with, because again, used to see it always on social media. Never thought I would have a chance to be able to like apply and become partnered with something in my lifetime, and here we are with our first thing. I was like, it's really cool, because it's like a company that I've been following for a little bit. So
I mean, we are a really small channel and hoping to grow in the future, so we're hoping that they can boost us and then we boost them at the same time. Kind of a very good beneficial partnership.
I think that's pretty much that for like our little
tidbit,
our little news that we wanted to share last week. But we're waiting for it to get shipped to us so then we could actually like dry it and then have the cups here displayed because like of the sippers are displayed. So yeah, I thought.
And you know what?
Episode 5 is perfect.
Yeah, and I'm a big fan of when people are partnered or sponsored by anything is to like actually have them try the product in front of the camera versus just saying, "Drink it. You need to drink it." It's like, no, we actually have it in our cups for the podcast, and we probably will going forward for every episode. So it's.
I don't know. Maybe he could just have water. You can tell that I have it. No, I'm just kidding.
I would never do that to the public.
I know, right? Just kidding, though. But yeah, definitely, if you're interested, use our discount code. If it's not, if you don't see it in the video, you'll see it in the description as well for like the YouTube when I put in the description for the whole video. Yeah,
and it's relatively inexpensive. Plus that 10% off will make it even more inexpensive for you.
I think also too, you don't have to always get a tub. I think you said they also sell like
singlets,
the little singles too. So if you don't want to commit to a full tub, you can get one of those singles and try a little bit of every single flavor.
I think they have a variety pack, which is going to be the next purchase I'm going to get for us to try, so we can figure out other flavors for us to have on the show.
But talking about Chainsaw Man, they also have a Chainsaw Man flavor.
I think it's like something orange
citrusy, which kind of makes sense with the Chainsaw Man and everything. So
I'm like perfect.
So we'll definitely end up having a different flavor on here. Then we've had this for like a week already, and it feels like we barely touched the surface on this thing. Like there's still tons of powder in there.
I think it's like it comes with a little tiny scooper, and it's like one scoop for every 12 to 18 ounces, and that little one scoop does this whole bottle, and
which is perfect because I always feel like there's times that I've had something where you have to like put in, but then you have to put like 2, 3 for it to actually like taste good, because it might taste too watered down when you just put one. Literally, just put one in here, shake it.
It's enough.
Perfect. It's enough for the whole thing. So yeah, that's gonna be that our little tidbit there. We have and we're going back into like we had like another question because we also were playing Silent Hill F and Resident Evil 9. So since we're both playing those, what would you say is your one word that comes to your head when you think about Silent Hill F now that you've played it and finished it?
I would say eerie would be the word I would choose, because I mean, you saw me play the game. You saw the things that were happening. I wasn't prepared for cutting my own limbs off in face. I'll tell you that. And any of the other Silent Hill games I've played, like, there's some gruesome stuff that happens. But
I feel like this game was like you said. I feel like the other games have been pretty like brutal, but like I don't know. There's something different about this game after seeing all the cutscenes and everything in that playthrough.
As far as it happening to the main character, it's one thing. Like seeing it happen to other characters throughout the games and their history, it's been okay to kind of stomach. With this one felt really like
dark.
I felt like I was watching a snuff film. Like literally, I cut off my own arm, I cut off my own face, I branded in the back.
Well, you didn't do it. Well, your husband did it.
Yeah, my fake one. Yeah,
your husbando.
Dude, it's so weird. But yeah, no, that game.
Even eerie. With like, we won't spoil it, but like pretty much even with like the ending, I was just like, oh snap! Like that's how we're gonna end it. Like. I was not expecting that twist.
Woody twist.
Yeah. So that was definitely cool seeing that, because I think the twist that happens in there, I've always kind of pictured that for like a game, if I ever did a game, like or like a movie, have that kind of concept with the twist. But like, of course, it's just the thought that I had.
It's one of those.
So the fact seeing that twist that I had in my head for the longest in that game, I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah. It's one of those like unconscious decisions that they force you to make without even telling you the repercussions. But I mean, if you want to find out more about what we're talking about, you can go on our YouTube, and we have the stream of me finishing the game posted.
Oh, yeah.
And then
they're both in the live tab, so you can see both of his streams that he did for Silent Hill F.
Yeah, so if you want to see the gruesomeness, just tune into that. and then coming forward this week, like obviously since I beat the game, I'm going to be starting a new game. And I think somebody did suggest it on one of the comments somewhere. I don't know who it was. But Dead Space. I'm going to replay through Dead Space again for the channel. So sometime this week, I think Wednesday.
Okay.
By the time this comes out, it should be Monday. So by Wednesday, I'll be streaming it for us.
Yeah, so that'll be cool. And then also too, like I recently played Resident Evil. Like I've been playing Resident Evil. I haven't finished yet. Probably end up finishing it on Tuesday, most likely. And I would describe that game in one word. I'd probably say, I don't know. I think honestly, to the point where I'm at now, I'm gonna definitely say nostalgic, because they throw a lot of things
in your face.
That are like references to like references to other games, of course.
Oh, great.
So it's like kind of fun to see that stuff, but then also too, I don't know, because other like movies and stuff do that where it's like the last one that they try to make it like the last one, and they try to give you all the nostalgic from all the previous like iterations of the film. I feel like game.
That kind of stuff takes away from what it is.
Yeah, it kind of does, but then it's kind of cool. But so like I don't mind it, but it definitely is something like I could have lived without that. I know I could have lived without having to deal with all that or see all that again. Like that was cool, but like I don't really need to feel like this whole ending is just a nostalgic bait such a scenario. Yeah, which it pretty much kind of is, but it's still great. I still enjoy that game, and you're definitely gonna hear one of like my full thoughts and reviews on maybe no, I don't know, maybe not the next podcast, but maybe the podcast after, because we do have our third host returning on
for episode 6.
Yeah, for episode 6. So that one's gonna be fun. So
episode 7 is gonna be us talking about.
I think that's when we're gonna go. We're gonna dive back into talking about our reviews, because you'll have his review for Silent Hill F, and then you'll have my reviews.
I have a lot to unpack with that game.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll save that for episode 7. But 6, we have our guest coming back, and that's gonna be our host coming back. So that's gonna definitely be fun. We're gonna probably have different things to talk about that we haven't talked about yet. So that's it's definitely gonna be fun to see how where that conversation goes.
100%.
But let's, as we're talking about this stuff, about our week, how we played those games, we also played a lot of Arc Raiders as usual. And as usual, we usually try to keep it with Arc Raiders for our first section always. So let's dive into our week, because we actually did play a lot. Because we did. I did only play last week when we did the podcast. I only played like a day of it, I think. So here we are. I think I played like 2-3 days, I think.
Yeah, which is good though, because with Devo being here with us, like I know he doesn't play it too much with us, so it was kind of a nice little like, we don't have to talk about it since he didn't play it a whole lot. I mean, I played a lot of solos, but nothing really interesting ever happens when I play solos. It's only when like you and I are in a squad together does anything funny happen.
I think you had a little bit more like solos. I wasn't part of course you were playing solo. So any experiences that happened to you when you were playing solo before I joined up? Because I know you did play like maybe like 3-4 hours before I got on.
Well, I mean, I'm done with all my quests now, so now I have nothing to do but help you do your quests, and then helping my cousin play. Oh, that's who I played with my cousin a little bit more on Arc Raiders when you weren't playing with me, and same thing, just kind of helping him go through, complete all the quests and stuff, and then like I had a stack of blueprints that I gave him. I think I had like 24, and he took half of them because he didn't have them, so. It's just kind of like I'm like, hey.
You had 24 blueprints to give him? Oh my gosh, you just stored up.
Some of them were duplicates, so I was like, some of them were duplicates, so I was just like, okay, if he doesn't take them, then I'm just gonna give them to Devo.
I usually have like one or two blueprints. You have a total of 24 blueprints?
I think I'm up to like 15 now since then, but.
Okay. Yeah. Didn't also tell me too that he got like the best luck in like during your time that you were playing, pretty much.
Yeah, he got the Tempest blueprint. I was so pissed.
You told me that, and I was like, man, he's also one that doesn't like play as much, but yet he plays and then gets literally the blueprint that we've been wanting since, I don't know, for the past couple months. We've been wanting that gun since we've been able to use it more.
Yeah, and I don't even remember what map we were on when we found it, or he found it.
Damn.
But I was just livid. I was livid. But other than that, no. I mean, it was pretty peaceful. I completed all the quests, helped out my cousin, kind of build his rank up a little bit too. And then obviously, like when you and I play together, it's kind of it's hit and miss. We're either calm or it's just a mess with us battling other teams. Because I think one of my favorite standout moments was when were we on Stella Montes when it happened when we teamed up?
No, it was Blue Gate. So we had 2 instances. The first instance I feel like they're going to talk about is probably going to be those ones. So I think the first one happened in Blue Gate, and then we had it happen again in Stella Montes. But both different experiences. Yeah. I think my favorite one is from the Blue Gate one.
Yeah, definitely. So. Yeah, because we were trying to complete one of the quests for you where we had to go in the tunnel and search one of the armored cars.
Yep.
And just as we were heading in, some guys off to the ridge started shooting us with the I don't know if it was a Pharaoh or a Renegade, but they were beaming us.
Yeah, they didn't kill us. No, they didn't. I think we ended up getting them.
We did.
Yeah.
Because as we were retreating to the left towards the gas station, there was another set of guys that were there, and they were just kind of like, hey, like, what's going on? And we were like, oh, those assholes up there are shooting at us. And they were just like, all right, let's let's just team up and we'll go get them.
I think we did have one though, when like that little bridge that you go and there's like a cave. There was a guy that was hiding back there and he was trying to kill you. I think that's the one we ended up downing.
Yeah.
So I remember we downed one of them, and then that's when we ended up coming across those guys.
That was in that same playthrough, because before we got in there, that's when we ran into those 2 guys on the top right, and that's when I threw a zip line up there. I went up there. One of them already was down, and I finished the other guy off. We looted the crap out of them.
And then those guys got it. Then we bumped into those guys. Yeah. Like, hey, what happened, guys?
And then somebody else shot at us. I remember that's when we were like...
I was by a bus, and I think someone just sniped me from, like, I don't know what angle, but it was somewhere behind, like, all the trees and stuff. And that's when we met those other guys. And I was like, there's someone shooting here. And then the guys were like, oh, what?
Let's go get them.
Let's go get them, pretty much.
I like we turned on proximity chat, so if anybody's in the vicinity, they could hear you. So I think we were just like, where are you?
Yeah.
We're going to come get you.
So you had... It was us, and there was just 2 more people?
Yeah, just 2 other guys.
Yeah, and we're just literally trying to hunt this guy, and as soon as I think... He probably heard us on proximity chat, because he sniped me, and he was, like, trying to kill me pretty much. And I think as soon as he heard that all 4 of us were, like, being chill with each other, he booked it, because we did not find that guy, but we're pretty much... we were ready. We were looking for him for, like, at least maybe, like, 10 minutes, and we just didn't find him.
Yeah.
And we had those 2 guys with us just trying to help us out. He's like, yeah, let's get this guy.
Yeah, they were pumped.
I was like, this is going to be fun, because if we actually do find him, this is going to be, like, the best moment ever, because then he's going to, like, think he's going to be able to get us, and then, like, 2 more guys show up.
I was ready to clip it, too. I was like, come on, like, just give me the chance. Because I think I had my Renegade and I had the Torrente just in case. And I had the Torrente at the ready. I was like, oh, just somebody make a move. I'm ready to mow somebody down. But and then after that happened, that's when we went inside and we destroyed a bastion, big old walker, and we were looting it. And that's when that other team at the far end of the tunnel started shooting at us, and we went up the staircase, the spiral staircase.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
We zipped up. Because remember... After we lured in that first team and we killed them down at the bottom floor, another team tried to press us, but we were up top and they were just like, "Oh, why are you guys killing people?" And I'm
I think this was happening. I think there was 2 people camping like in the like, what do you call it, the catwalk, I guess, or something. And they were trying to shoot at us. And I think as they were shooting at us, because we were like kind of hiding, another team came up those exact stairs and took out that team that was trying to kill us. Not because they were trying to help us, but because they saw them. Yeah. They were like, we're going to get them. And then they killed those 2. And then we went to after the 2 that just killed those 2 raiders right there. And we got them. And I think as soon as we knocked them, we ended up we're in that same staircase. And then as we're about to exit the door, Jordan screams out super loud. He's like, there's 2 more. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what the heck? We just dealt with like 2 teams, a team of 2 right now.
Everybody wanted blood.
And then that door, they were camping at the door. And then that's when that scenario happened. Like we had to run all the way up the stairs. And then they were like, I guess they were trying to trick us. Cause I guess they were saying something like, hey, like, why
are you killing everybody?
Yeah, I don't think it was that. I think he was asking like for help or something like that, or I don't remember.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he's like, does anybody got any health? And we didn't respond to them.
Yeah.
He's like, well, if you're not gonna respond, I'm gonna shoot you.
Yeah.
Try me.
And then we were just camping at the very top, and then we were just placed there, and I think they eventually just left. I think.
We had the high ground, and I think they knew that they didn't stand a chance if they tried to get us, because I had my flame grenades ready,
and we're like the perfect position too. Where if they come up, literally just those.
You were off to the left by the door, and I was standing right in front of the planter, crouched down. So I was like, if they open fire that direction, I'm pulling up with a Torrente and just mowing.
Yeah, so mowing down. I think they ended up backing off, and I think we were trying to do the quest, but we couldn't find the patrol car because apparently
they were already open.
Okay. Yeah. Because there was like the patrol car, and we're like, there's a bunch of them here, but yet none of them have the key. It's like you would think they would all have a key, but it's like I guess a random one every single time you go in there. So we didn't get to do it that time. Because we did get some good PvP kills. Yeah. And then met those chill guys, which I think.
And we friend requested them. Yeah.
Did we friend request them?
We did, yeah. We haven't played with them since, but yes, we did friend request them.
It was Sadly and some other guy, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
Was it though? That's when we met them in Blue Gate? I thought we met them sometime in a different map.
No, Blue Gate was the first one we met him in.
Okay. And then we came back to Blue Gate because I was like, well, I really want to get this quest done to find this stupid patrol car.
And I think we got it in the next one.
And I think we ended up in the same spot, of course, because we had to go down there. And I guess there was a team that were in the staircase that we were in the previous game. and they were coming out, and they saw only Jordan. And they didn't see me, and I was like camped in the back behind a car, and they were trying to kill Jordan, and I think they did down you. And then they didn't see where I was at, and I just had the bobcat and like down both of them. And I was like, yeah, that's right. Like, they didn't see me.
You pulled out the switch.
Yeah, because like literally we're just like passing by, and some people just shoot, and then they don't talk, or if you say, oh, why'd you guys kill me, and then they like again they don't talk, and it's like, bro, like just own up to it and be like, hey, we wanted to kill you because we wanted to kill you.
Yeah, piece of shit.
Because we've also had like scenarios where like they shoot first, and then as soon as we start shooting back, they're like, I'm sorry. Because we ended up winning the fight. And like, I'm sorry, I apologize. Like, we didn't mean to.
I don't want to lose my shit.
And it's like, bro, you're the one that shot first. Like, what do you mean? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry that you suck.
And then also, too, sometimes when they are chasing us and then we're like, hey, like, we're just trying to do the quest or whatever. And they're like, sorry, I don't mean to do this. And it's like, why are you saying sorry? I don't mean to do this, yet you're the one chasing us forever to try to kill us. But you're going to say sorry as you're chasing us. Like,
I don't buy it.
Just own up to it and be like, hey, I need some stuff. Or sometimes, I think we also had another scenario where a group was like, oh, we've been getting killed all day today, so
it's just your turn.
Yeah, it's just your turn. This has been happening to us all day. It's like, that's not a good enough excuse. Yeah. Like, well, we have that same thought too, but we most of the time just we want to like get into a PvP fight, but then we're just like, yeah. Because it's just like, it
all depends on how they respond to us. Because we'll be like, "Ah, you friendly?" And be like, "Oh yeah, we're just just cruising on by, just trying to complete some quests." And I'm like, "All right, cool, let it slide then." But like, if nobody replies, then it's on site.
Yeah, then we had those other a lot of stuff happened in Blue Gate. Because then also too there was that other I guess another game when we're by that big ass husk and the team was in the distance. And we tried talking to them and be like, "Hey, you guys friendly?" But they didn't say anything. So I shot like a warning shot. And
that's right.
They started firing at us.
That's right. I think you died, right?
No, I didn't die.
You escaped.
I took a lot of damage though.
Yeah, you escaped.
The guy kept on shifting, like more to the to like the I guess my left, his right, pretty much up onto that little ridge. And I was like, yeah. So we wanted to kill them because they weren't talking. Because it's just like, just say, hey, we're friendly or not friendly.
And we just spawned in too. Yeah. I think we were like 2 minutes in because we were trying to complete the quest.
So then I backed off, and then that's when we went around, like back. And that's when we bumped into two other people that were pretty chill. They were like, hey, if you guys are going over there towards the husk, be careful because there's two people trying to shoot at people over there.
No, I think maybe it wasn't that game, but there was one I think it's that same one you're talking about where they downed me and another squad showed up and they got down by that same squad. But you had already left, and I think you extracted at the fan. And I was left because you couldn't revive me because you were leaving, and because I have that augment where it's like it gives me the 75% health. That's when I was slowly crawling toward it, and then another squad came over, and I was like, "Hey, do you guys have a defib?" And they were like, "Nah, sorry, bro, we don't got it." I was like, "But we could walk you to extract if you'd like," and I was like, "Yes, please." And they actually walked me all the way down into the extract, and they watched me leave, so nobody came and took my stuff, which was nice.
And then we also, I had another like clutch moment with that augment again. That augment's probably the best augment ever because I think I was in Buried City and Jordan got wiped and I got did you get wiped? Yeah, you did get wiped because we were literally on the highway. We're trying to do another quest.
That's right.
And there was a team shooting us from the distance and we're like, hey, like we're just passing through. But then they kept on shooting at us and we got some shots. And then as we were like, okay, let's just back off. There was another team right behind us that were shooting at us too, and like I was trying to tell them like, hey, there's another team firing at the distance, but no, they were like, no, we're gonna kill you.
We don't care.
But the thing is, because they got distracted by the two people that were up there after, they weren't able to kill me, but they got Jordan, and I just crawled away, and I was like, I'm gonna get off this highway. And the thing that sucks, I feel like they need to put this into the game because I don't feel like it breaks it or whatever. But I think if you're down, you should be able to open your map. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with having your map open when you're downed. And the fact that you can't do that, I think is kind of stupid. And pretty much, I kind of had to figure out where the thing is, but I had to look at my compass. And I was like, okay, there's one right here, like literally down the thing. And I was literally like just crawling. And then I stopped because I heard people walking. And there was kill after kill after kill on that highway. And we're just like, damn, like I got out of there just in time because they would have been able to see my body and then take all my loot or whatever.
This is where map placement is important to know your lay. It's to the point now where I know where most of the hatches are. So like if I go down in a certain spot, I'm like, oh, I know it's like 100 feet away from me this way. I just got to make it that way.
And so I finally made it into the metro, and then I saw these like 2 trash cans, and I hid back there because I heard some footsteps that were literally right above me, and I was like, what if they see me? And Jordan's like, I don't think they'll see you. I think you're in a pretty good spot. And I was like, I don't know. And then at the same time, he's like, oh, I'm just going to head to this metro thing right here. But at the same time, it's just like, since I can't tell what the time, since I can't check the map to see the timer, it's like, what if I go all the way down there?
And it's gone.
And then it's gone.
Yeah.
So I was waiting for a little bit. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to start crawling. So then I crawled forever, and then got into the metro and I was able to extract. I was like, oh my gosh. That was like it wasn't me like killing anyone, but I feel like it was such a clutch moment with that survivor augment, which is...
I've had a few of those moments
again,
myself.
I think it's just the best augment to take into any fight if you have the resources to make it, because I don't think there's any other one that I think I have more fun with than...
I think because of that augment is so good, that's why they have the you can't open your map thing.
But you can't do that in general. Even without the augment, you can't open the map up anytime you're down. Mm-hmm. But I feel like that should definitely be something, because I don't feel like it's gonna break the game or... No,
it's the same reason why there's no self revives.
Mm.
You know, it's just one of those games where it's like once you're down, it's pretty much you're screwed.
Yeah.
You either crawl to make it out, or you get picked up by a teammate or a rando.
But I definitely feel like that's something that they could try to implement, or maybe not.
I
think there's because we've talked about like good things, but like the only thing that I've noticed is I feel like they should have like fix is what do you call it? What is that? The new area that they opened up in Damn Battlegrounds, where you get that like you have to do like that puzzle.
Control Annex or something.
Yeah,
like
Control Annex is like, I think it was cool when I first started. I was like, oh, cool, like a cool new area and stuff. And then when I found out what you have to do to be able to open the to get the loot, and I was like, I don't know. I think this is kind of a dumb decision to make this part of the map, because the thing is, not because they're like, oh well, it kind of forces you to work as a team, because that's the only way you're able to do that puzzle. And I was like, yeah, that's cool, because it makes you want to work together. But then at the same time, they have to think that how often does that happen, that you get to team up with someone to be able to like, hey, you know what, I'll help you out to this puzzle, and then we can get the loot, and then we can get out. And no, that doesn't happen often. So then the fact that if you go in as a duo and you can't do it at all, you're kind of locked out of that loot. And it's like, okay, so then pretty much I feel like no one really goes down there, because the times that we've gone down there, no one's down there. No one's ever down there. So it's like kind of I don't know. I feel like it's a waste of space, honestly, now that I think about it, because it's just like, how often am I going to go down there and get the loot if I don't have a second team to help out? So I feel like they need to fix it.
Yeah, because I mean, us playing duos, it kind of leaves us at a disadvantage, because it's like... Yeah. The second we open this door, if this team wants to just turn around and just say F you and just gun us down, it's just like...
I don't know how you necessarily fix it, but I definitely feel like that needs a fix, so then more people go down there for the loot, because no one's really going to go down there, because, again, you don't really often get to team up with people, so... I feel like that's so weird, because then it's just like every single game is just probably going to be an extra spot that no one really goes to. So then it's kind of like loot that just is just sitting there for no reason, because no one's going to get it.
And it's funny that you say that, though, about the teaming up thing. But when we were in Stellamontes, one of the most ruthless maps, we had about 3 squads rolling deep with us just to complete your quest. Yeah, and I don't know if they were on the same quest as us. They were just kind of following.
I know.
It started off with the drunk dude. They were just like, "Hey, what's happening, guys?"
Because I came with the free loadout, because I was like, I'm just gonna go with the free loadout to do this quest, because I've had too many scenarios where I take a class in to do like the quest or whatever, and then Stellamontes is just not fun. Yeah. And so I was like, I'm gonna go free loadout, but Jordan was like, nah, come on, go with the full loadout. I was like, nah, I'm gonna go free loadout.
I came in with my anvil and my Torrente.
And that first game, that's when we like came across this guy. And he's like, hey, what's up, guys? Like, just give you a heads up. Like, I don't have any ammo. I'm super drunk right now. But, hey, if you want to go ahead and kill me, that's totally up to you. But I'm just letting you know that I'm friendly.
We're like, what's your drink of choice? He's like, Corona.
Coronas.
Like, there better be a lime in that.
Yeah, so then he pretty much did... And then he was just like, oh, yeah, I'm just wandering around. I'm like, oh, we're just doing quests. And he's like, oh, okay, cool. Like, let me team up with you.
Yeah,
let me
tag along.
Tag along. And I'm like, yeah, go ahead. And he's like, also, too, just to give you a heads up, there's going to be a guy that comes up because he's trying to find me or whatever. He's one of my teammates, so don't worry about it. Don't just, like, shoot as soon as you see someone. We're like, okay.
That's right.
And then his buddy came. And we're like, hey, what's up? Like, we just saved your buddy from a shredder.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I know.
Because as soon as we saw him,
turned the corner.
There was we were by like the 2 doors, and I think as I was talking to him, and the shredder was literally rolling up on the guy that we met And I was like, oh my gosh, there's a shredder. And then everyone turns around, like, oh snap, and then everyone rolls away.
I was like, why didn't you tell us?
I did tell you.
No, not you, the dude, the random
No,
dude.
because he had his back to it. He didn't even see it.
Okay.
So that's why I tell him, I was like, hey, there's a shredder right behind you. And he's like, oh snap. And we all rolled away. And then we knocked it out. And then...
Dude, I took it out pretty quick with the Torrente.
Yeah, you did.
I think, like, me hitting it was stunning it, and then you guys were just shooting around. I don't know what you were using, but, like...
I was using the volcano.
It took it out super quick.
Yeah, so we did that, and then I think they're like, oh, yeah, let's work together. So then his buddy showed up finally. Yeah. And we're like, oh, okay, cool. Team 4. And then we're doing the quest, and then we get to, like, another area.
And another team
shows up and is like, hey, guys, what's up?
We're questing.
Yeah, we're questing. And then he's like, can I join? So then we had, like, another guy join us. So then we had total
6.
That one guy joined us first, and then the 6th guy joined us later.
Oh, that's right.
So like it just kept. It kind of felt like Pikmin when you like get the little buddies that keep on following you,
rolling around deep.
So you save them, whatever, and then they follow you behind, and that's literally what it kept on happening. Because I think we got another possible team. I think it was like total of 8 possibly.
Yeah, dude.
We're just all doing the quest.
Well, when we extracted, there was 6 of us, but I think in total the biggest number we had was 8.
Yeah.
And I was just waiting for somebody.
I was like, I know, exactly.
Waiting for somebody to just...
I just want someone to PvP and be like, get him, Army.
Get that guy. And the thing that scared me the most was that since we're all not a real team, like we had to throw a prox chat on. So it's like everybody that was around us could hear us talking. Oh, yeah. So like, I'm sure if anybody heard us, they were probably like, oh,
so that was fun because I was just like, who would have thought I would get a cool, fun little scenario like that in Stella Montez.
And that was probably one of the better games we played where we've had any amount of team ups like that. I feel like that's becoming more of a normal occurrence now for us when we play, is that we could help each other out. Because even though we were talking about that one spot where it's like it requires another team, like we've done it once, and it was because we were doing a quest for me actually, and we went down there and those other guys were like, oh yeah, like I think they were trying to do it too, and we were like, oh well, we could help. But no, we didn't because we were looking for the battery,
the industrial battery.
So we haven't even opened it up yet. Okay.
Yeah, so we haven't opened it up because we're like, we need industrial. And I think there's only like 5 minutes left, and we're like, we're not gonna have enough time to do this. And we're like, oh well. Yeah. And even the guys were like, yeah, we're not gonna do this. And then they were like, well, thanks for helping out. Yeah. And I was like, you don't get those scenarios too often in damn Battlegrounds, especially for that area. So it's just like. I don't even know if we're ever gonna loot down there. Yeah. Unless we get super lucky with another team. But that's our time in Arc Raiders.
Which was actually a really fun week for us,
yeah,
to be honest.
It definitely was fun. Definitely meeting some new people, adding some new friends onto our list of Arc Raiders.
I wish they would expand it to a 4-man squad though.
Yeah.
Three is fun. Cool, but having 4, I don't know, maybe that adds for more trouble too, because if a team of 4 takes you out and your duos or single, I think that does kind of suck. But I think there should be a separate playlist for teams of 4. Then if they ever do that,
that would be cool because then you would be able to do the puzzle because then you would just be able to go in with 4 people.
And I don't particularly know if it's like a set playlist where it's like if I'm playing solos, it's only solos. If we're playing duos,
it is. I think you can change the matchmaking to where you can be a solo and go into only a squad format.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because it has the squad fill button.
No, well, there's a squad fill that adds people to your squad, and then there's a button that you can go completely solo and then fight other team, or you can spawn into a lobby with full 3-man squads pretty much, which I don't know if I would ever do.
No,
I've seen some people do it, and I'm like I don't know how that would. I feel like I would just die every single time because I'm fighting 3 people and I'm by myself.
Very unfair.
You would have to be super sneaky then, or super juiced up to be able to just take out a whole squad.
Definitely.
Yeah, but that's definitely our Arc Raiders week, which is pretty fun. And as we talk about our Arc Raiders, we dive into our next topic, which is
overrated, underrated.
It's gonna be a fun one because we've never done this. So we do have a list of games, and pretty much, let's see how this goes.
Okay, we'll start off with the first one. The Last of Us, overrated or underrated? For the game, not the TV show.
I honestly would say that it's like, I don't know. I think I would say properly rated, like in the middle. Like I don't think it's overrated. I don't think it's underrated, honestly. Okay. Because like people talk about that game, but I don't feel like people overreact about that game. Like, oh my gosh, it's the best game ever and all that
No.
stuff. It's like, it was a good experience. And
I think the story they tell.
I think
is
it's
amazing.
properly rated because that's like a game that was like cool when it came out. It was like the story was interesting. You had some really good actors that were in that thing, and just like it was a third person. You were able to fight these like new enemy type, which was called the clickers. So honestly, I just feel like it's properly rated because I don't feel like it was ever overrated. Maybe when it first came out, probably everyone was probably trying to say, "Oh yeah, this is the best game ever" and stuff. But honestly, I'd say it's in the middle. Honestly,
game was good enough to get a TV show.
What would you say?
I think it's I would probably say it's an underrated game for most people. Like,
okay,
it's not a game that everybody goes to firsthand unless somebody tells you. Like, I know like the game got a lot more popular after the TV show came out because of Pedro Pascal playing the Joel.
He was an okay Joel.
Yeah, I think because of how popular he is, he made the show a lot better.
Well, he's coming off of Mandalorian, so
exactly, yeah. And then I think that show brought a lot of more people to play the game, and then because you got the gamers like us who watch the show and you be like this isn't right. Like, there's a lot of things that they're not covering, like things that they miss. So for anybody who's never played the game and they watch it, they'll probably think like, this is a great show. Like, I want to, maybe I'll check the game out.
Who knows? Actually, you know what? I don't know. Because I enjoyed the first season of talking about Last of Us. I enjoyed the first season. That second season was just bad. I did not enjoy that season at all.
And the only problem I have with that show is that the game, we know what happens. So it's just like, how do you keep a show alive for a few seasons knowing that this game is cut short because of certain things that happen? It's like, also, what could you expand on that?
Or the fact that they were able to put the whole story together in two games, Last of Us 1 and Last of Us 2. And then the fact that you're making, I think they said supposedly that 4 seasons might be what it takes to be able to finish the show. And I was just like,
that's a stretch.
You're just stretching. You're just trying to make that money. You're not trying to be like, oh, we're trying to not miss any detail. Because like, you haven't really been following too much of the original material, so the fact that you're trying to say, oh, well, we want to tell the whole full story, we don't want anything to be left out, so we're doing like 4 seasons possibly. It's like,
I think that's a 2-season kind of show.
I feel like it was a 2-season kind of show. You could have just made, instead of making 8 episodes, you could have made 15? I don't know. Maybe could have summed up the whole story in like 15 episodes, maybe even 20. Because remember when shows used to be like 24 episodes. Yeah. Now we're going down to 8. So then it's like, oh, we don't have enough time. So that's where we're doing another season because we didn't have enough time. Because it's like, well, then you should have done more episodes instead of just doing 8 episodes. If you were like, oh, well, we didn't get to do most of it, so that's why we're doing because in 8 episodes we have to make another season. It's like,
and the argument is, well, they're an hour long, and it's like, that still doesn't make up.
Yeah, it doesn't, because at the same time now you're just, I don't know if it's like you're trying to do it because you want to tell us a story completely, or you're just doing it because it's like, well, we know this is popular, and because we have like, we want the money, we're greedy, we want to make the money, so we want to make more seasons. And it's like, no, just make me a longer season, and you'll finish both games in 2 seasons instead of trying to make a 3rd season, a 4th season, and adding all these other things. And it's just, I don't know. I think it's unnecessary. But yeah, 2nd season was not so good. I don't know. Maybe on a future podcast we'll actually dive deeper into the thoughts of Last of Us 1 and 2 as a series. All right, 1 was pretty good.
You say it's levelly based, and
I think it's properly.
Underrated.
I think it's properly.
I think if you played it and you understood it, you would kind of have a little bit more appreciation for the game itself and the show. But let's talk about the next one, a fan favorite on my side, and I'm sure on yours as well. Halos 1 through 3.
Okay, yeah. I feel like that's why we added to this because we've talked a lot about Halo. So then I feel like this would be interesting to hear just like how we see each one, even though we like talk about great things, nothing but great things about all 3. But honestly, because I was thinking about this for like the past couple days, and I was saying, for me, I think I would say 2 for me. I think is the underrated one because I think when everyone talks about Halo, it's either Halo 1 or Halo 3.
Yep.
It's either of those 2. And then I would say, honestly, even though I love Halo 3, I would say that Halo 3 would be like the overrated one, I think.
Blasphemy.
I think it's like it was good. It's good, and I think it had great. But I feel like that's the one. Anyone talks about Halo, it's always Halo 3, Halo 3, Halo 3. When you had these other two games, and then you had Halo Reach, and you had all these other Halo games, but we only talk about Halo 3.
Yeah.
So like I feel like it falls into like the overrated, not because I hate it, but I just feel like it falls in that category. And then where I would say Halo 1 is, I think it would be like the properly rated.
Yeah.
Because at that time when it came out, you didn't really have too many games that were like that. So like, it definitely made people more interested in like shooters when that Halo 1 came out. So that's why I would say it's properly rated, because I feel like it made people want to play those types of games more. And also too, if you were just getting into like an Xbox and you didn't like play any games, if you saw Halo, you'd be like, whoa, these graphics are like pretty insane. And like honestly, like the characters and everything, the building of the story. So honestly, it sets you up to be able to wanting to play 2 and 3. So
Dude, 100%.
Yeah. So I pretty much would say 2 is the underrated one. 1 is the properly rated, and then I think 3 for me, even though I love it, it's probably like the overrated one out of the 3.
That hurts. That hurts my feelings. God, and let's keep in mind we are talking about Halos 1 through 3, because anything after that, besides Reach and
ODST.
And ODST.
ODST was fun, but
any of the other ones after that, garbage.
The only reason why I liked Halo ODST is because it had that's when it introduced the suppressed SMG. That's the only reason why I liked that game.
And the pistol.
Yeah. But that was the only thing I liked about that. Well, the story was still pretty good too, because also too, like the way it ends.
It's from the perspective of a Marine.
Yeah, so it definitely was fun. It's just not something. If I talk about Halo, I'm gonna be talking like I'm gonna go to talk about that specific one. If anything, we talk about Halo in the future, it's always gonna be 1, 2, and 3, and then maybe sometimes Halo Reach. But what would you say from the 3? How would you rate each one?
Okay. Starting with Halo 1, I feel like that one is properly rated for like a first-time shooter for anybody, because I think it was Combat Evolved is what it was called.
Yep, Combat Evolved.
At the time when that game dropped, there wasn't anything sci-fi or space-related like that, or even... I mean,
in that style, yeah.
In that style, and I mean, graphically speaking, at the time when that game dropped, it was like...
Yeah, I thought it looked...
Nobody had ever seen anything like that.
I thought it was great.
And I know that was kind of Xbox's flagship game for the console itself.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think when they were selling it, and I wish I would have had one, is they had the translucent green Master Chief Halo Xbox, the original one. I wish I would have copped one of those.
I think I had those. I think I actually got that one. Because I think...
It's such a cool console.
My dad was working at... I don't know which one. I think he was working at GameStop at the time, I think. And I don't know how he came across it. I think even he was like, yeah, I just somehow came across this. I think they were... I don't know how. I don't remember how he got it. But I think, I think we had the Halo 1 Xbox, even though... I played Halo 2 first. I think we had a regular Xbox, and then he upgraded us to that green one, because I guess he got lucky with being able to get one. So I was like, oh, hell yeah. So that was like kind of cool. And then that was kind of cool. So I did have that. I think I'm pretty sure had that Halo Edition Xbox.
Oh, yeah. And then that's Halo 1. For Halo 2, I feel like that one's an underrated one, because that game was like the stepping stone for like what Halo 3 would become at some point. The story was great. The graphics were even better than obviously the first one, because there was a gap in time. I don't remember what the gap in time was. I think it was like 2 to 3 years from that one. So technology,
I don't remember.
Technology had leaped in games from then. So like graphically speaking, great. The story, amazing.
No one really talks about. That's why I feel like underrated too. Halo 2. No one really talks about like the different things that were introduced in that one. It was like the Prophets were introduced. Yeah. The Brutes were introduced in that game.
That's when MLG kind of took off, Major League Gaming, for like doing like playing on Blood Gulch or things like that. That's when I started to pay attention to MLG a little bit more, was like watching these teams play Halo 2, and I'm like, holy shit.
That's when they released the Halo multiplayer pack that you actually had to buy a separate disc for.
Which was unheard of at the time either. Just like, I could buy an extra and extended pack of it and get, maps and stuff like that. That sold me. And right around that time, dude, that's when they started doing Rooster Teeth started doing started doing Red versus Blue, and just watching that made me want to play the game more with my friends, because all the dumb stuff that they would talk about and act out in there, I was like, dude, that's the stuff that we do when we play. Like, this is very relatable as like a player. So to see that, I feel like, and it, I forgot how many seasons they have for that Red versus Blue. I think it's like 16 seasons over the course of like a decade. I could be wrong on the times, but like I remember like 2005 to like even current, like they still make series and stuff like that about it. I think it's far from the fact that it's red versus blue anymore. Now there's a bunch of other characters who I don't know of and stuff, and obviously the animation's a lot better. But
and then also too, the reason why I think also too Halo 2 introduced dual wielding.
Oh yeah,
which
that's right.
I don't think they brought back in Halo 3, which is surprising because I feel like that was such a big part of Halo 2.
It was.
Like, I get to hold 2 guns.
Yeah, it was.
And then they didn't do it in Halo 3, and that's like the more advanced one in graphics and like the way it played and everything. But they didn't add that feature in that game, which is I always thought was kind of a weird decision to make.
Probably because it's OP.
I don't know if it was necessary.
I mean, dual wielding a set of needlers, that was pretty much a death sentence to anybody that run into that person.
And the needlers were like frustrating, but like they were very inaccurate at times, especially if you're consistently moving. But like if you're like in a straight line of sight, yeah, you're gonna die because the needler super quickly. But if you're like going back and like trying to go back and forth, side to side, needler will take a while to kill you.
And then for me, I would say Halo 3 is definitely like it's god tier for me. Like that game holds so much like a special place in my soul.
Properly rated.
I think it's properly rated.
Okay.
Because, like I said, that was the flag. I mean, like Halo was the flagship for Xbox, and I remember like when they dropped the 360, like almost every bundle sold came with a copy of it. I mean, you just had the ones where it was just the console, but I think for like $40 extra, they threw the game in, which is like. Dude, like you're giving me like, you're giving me this triple rated title game that's like amazing.
The cover's iconic. I love the cover for Halo 3.
Not only
it's so clean and sleek.
Is. Not only that, but the amount of propaganda and like commercials that were for Halo 3. There's no other game that's out from then to now that's had a good.
It's definitely the one that had the most marketing, which is Halo 3.
Marketing for that was insane. Like, and those commercials are burned into my head.
I don't think Halo 1 or 2 had like they were good and popular and stuff because Halo of course was like super big, but I don't think in the marketing department you really saw too much of like Halo 1 and 2 when they originally came out. But Halo 3 there was tons of marketing for it.
And they made it sound so epic, like finish the fight, and it's just like seeing those videos of like Master Chief.
The trailer,
dude, that game was so
my favorite
hyped.
trailer from that was when they introduced when I think it might have been the first trailer, and it's like Master Chief and he's like in like a wasteland or whatever. And he has like his
helmet's knocked off.
Yeah, and he picks it up because it's like I think they do like a little backstory before that, and then it transitions to his helmet and it's on the ground, and then he picks it up and then puts it on, and then you see him just running, and I think he might have the SMGs. I think.
No, that commercial specifically after he puts the helmet on, he puts a gun on his back and then a wraith shoots a cannon, and then he drops the bubble shield, and we were like, oh my god, like. And I was like, that has to be a playable item. There's no way that's not real.
The bubble shield, that thing was so epic. And then he's just like, the way he stances like something like this. And then
when he jumps and he's about to foot face to the brute, I was like, that is epic.
There's like an army of brutes, and he just jumps in, and that's where the trailer ends. And then I think it says, finish the fight. I was like, oh, what a sick trailer. Yeah. That trailer blew me. It was such a short trailer, but it made me so ready to be able to play 3. Which again, that's like I'm no hated tone to 3, which is why I said it's like overrated, but like it definitely had an impact and stuff. Oh yeah. But
those commercials are burned into my head.
I would definitely say when you're talking about Halo, everyone usually just goes to Halo 3, but you had these other 2 games before it that also paved the way for 3 to be successful.
That game had so many years of support after it released too. As it was, maybe a couple years ago they shut down the servers for it, I think.
Did they?
I think so, yeah.
Well, I didn't even know that.
Maybe. It was either Halo 2 or Halo 3, I'm not sure, but I remember like that was such a sad moment. I was like, damn. I can't believe they're kind of sunsetting that game as it's just like, there's better things out there now. Like
it paid its dues or whatever. So I feel like at a certain point when you don't have too many people playing anymore, because there's other stuff coming out, not because it takes away from how good it was. It's just like people move on to the next thing, and then it's like, oh, well, we don't have enough support to be able to have like the servers to continue going. Let's just call it quits here. And also too is because they were diving deep, because then that's when Bungie ended up stepping away from the Halo games, and then it just went downhill from there because he had 343 take over.
They needed server space. I get it. I understand the reasoning behind it, but it still sucks to hear that. Even it's not like we were playing.
Technically, you could still play like the Halo 3 and stuff if you get like the Halo collection, which I think is still
Master Chief
their
collection,
server. The Master Chief collection still has their servers online for their games.
Yeah.
But yeah, 343, man, ruined my dreams of future Halo games.
Mm-hmm. It tainted my boy.
I know, right?
Okay.
And
so
then
let's dive into Gears of War 1 through 3.
Ooh.
Obviously, you know my answers to that, so
Honestly,
I'll let you go first.
I was also thinking about this one too, because I was just like, there's like, because again, these are like heavily in our like gaming libraries. Let's see.
Be careful what you say.
I don't know. Honestly, I think honestly, I would think out of the 3, I would say the underrated one is 3, Gears of War 3.
Okay.
Because I think, because it was okay. The multiplayer felt alright. It just, I think what took away from that game was the freaking double barrel.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it made Nashers kind of, well, no, because people could still get those guys, but I definitely remember before they patched it, it was OP, and like he was like, "There's no, why would you even take a Nasher? Just take double barrel."
They cut back the range. I remember because that thing used to have range like the Nasher.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have to be very close to use it, but the only problem is once you miss that shot, you're wide open for like 3 to 4 seconds, and it's like. That's pretty much all it takes to kill somebody if you're close enough with the Nasher or even lancering somebody.
So, yeah, I would say, honestly, like, 3 was underrated because I think it was definitely great. And I think it was the first one that had a 4-player co-op?
No.
Or, no, was it 2 that had a... Because
1
didn't have it. 1 only had 2.
2 had 4-player. Oh, actually, no.
I think...
No, 3
was the first 4-player co-op, huh? Because I think the second one was just 2 people.
Mm-hmm.
I could be wrong, though.
Number 1 and 2 were only doubles. Because Marcus and Dom were together every time.
Oh, I think so. Because I remember when... Gears of War 2 came out, I think everyone was like, all our friends group were all trying to find their partners, like, hey, you want to go with me and we could do the campaign together? Yeah, because there's only 2 people, so like we were all trying to pick and choose who was going to be the one doing the campaign with us.
And then we switched roles because if you beat it as Marcus, you get certain achievements. If you beat it as Dom, you get certain achievements. So there was room to play.
I don't even remember who I played the second one with for the co-op. I don't even remember who I played that with.
I know who I played with.
Who did you play with?
Somebody who we're not friends with no more.
Oh.
But yeah, and I think I played it with him through the first time, and the second time I did it with my cousin.
Oh, okay. Honestly, I want to say no. I don't think I did it with my cousin.
No, you did not.
I don't remember who I played with for this. I think it might have been the same person.
Yeah.
Because I think he was like, yeah, I'll help you out too. Because we were like, both of us were like close to him. So he was just like, yeah, I'll play the campaign with you and then play the campaign with you. I think it might have been the same person that
Probably.
we had the campaign. Because
if I had to
seriously
guess,
don't remember, or I might have just played the campaign by myself. I have no idea.
We played it a ton during high school. I know that.
Yeah, but I would say 3 is definitely the underrated one because I feel like again when you talk about Gears, I feel like it's gonna be talking about like Gears 2 because I feel like Gears 2 is
that one is my favorite.
The phenomenal one.
That was the most simplest multiplayer with minimal weapons added in. That just
honestly, I would say just from all 3 of them, I would think like 2 and 1. I think they're like properly rated. Honestly, like I don't think any of the games I would say are overrated.
No, yeah.
Honestly, because like people were talking about Gears of War 2 and like a 1, but no one was like trying to overhype it. It was just because it was a good game.
Yeah.
And we knew it was a good game. Like it wasn't like other people trying to influence us to play this game or was like trying to like convince us that it was a good game. No, it was a good game. So I feel like definitely 1 and 2 are both I feel like properly rated because 1, Gears of War 1, it definitely introduced people into like most people probably into like the third person like action type of thing and like the wall balancing and everything. So like, and then also too was the first game that came out for Xbox 360. So like it was game changing because like the graphics were pretty good when you first saw it on Xbox 360.
Those were 2 flagship games, Halo 3 and Gears
yeah,
of
and then
War
you
2.
get introduced to get introduced to like the whole new story. You get introduced to these characters, which you kind of like by the middle of Gears of War 1, you're like, I like these guys.
Yeah.
It doesn't take one whole game to be able to like the characters that you play as in this game or come across. And then you had 2 that came out and just kind of improved from the first one into the second one because I feel like not too many people played I think what takes away from 2 or makes 2 the slightly the better one is because I don't think too many people were interested in the multiplayer when Gears of War 1 came out.
Yeah.
I think it was somewhat popular, but it wasn't as like big I don't think I really heard anyone talk about too much about the multiplayer type of stuff when Gears 1 came out. But then 2, I think is what
next level
was the next level, and that's where everyone would probably get all their multiplayer experiences, and that's where we saw tons of traction for the multiplayer was for Gears 2. So honestly, and then 2 was just did they introduce like any new gun? Oh, they introduced the turrets.
A lot of guns actually.
The turrets that you get to carry, like the what do you call it? The mulcher. Oh, the mulcher.
So good.
I hated that thing. If someone was camping, they just camp behind the cover and then whip it out and then just tear you down.
There was a lot of weapons they added in that game in part 2.
What guns? I always tried to figure this out.
The hammer burst was an upgrade.
It was upgraded because hammer burst was in Gears 1. But it was an actual 3 burst. Yeah. And then in 2, they introduced it as a single fire.
It was like, pow, pow, pow. Yeah. No, it wasn't single fire. If you held it down, it was just pow, 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 pow.
Well, it was kind of like an FAL, I guess. Which is single fire.
Yeah, without having a...
Semi-auto. There you go. Semi-auto. I don't know. I said single fire. Semi-auto.
Because it had 2 functions. The semi-auto one, which you could shoot it faster, or if you just held the trigger down, it shot.
Okay.
At a steady pace like...
I remember everyone used that gun. That gun was like pretty strong.
It was better than the Lancer at a distance. That's what I will say.
That's not any other guns that they introduced. I really do not know.
The flamethrower, the mortar, the machine gun that could be mounted, the one that you
the mulcher.
The mulcher, the boom. No, the boom shot was already there. What else?
Like most of the guns that you're able.
There was different grenades. They had the originals were the smoke and the frag, but I think they added the fire grenades and the poison grenades.
Oh. That's fun.
The torque bow was in the original one too.
Yeah.
The sniper was in the original one. I think that was pretty much it.
For like your basic primary weapons, they really didn't add too many except the hammer burst, like the newer introduced hammer burst. And then most of the guns that most of the newer guns that they introduced were all guns that you would have to like pick up, or they were just big ass versions of like a machine gun or a boom shot or whatever. Yeah. So definitely I would say all 2 of the 1 and 2 are both I think popular, and I think 3 is like the underrated one because I definitely had the most fun with 3.
Oh, and the Hammer of Dawn, that wasn't in the first multiplayer.
It was in the game,
but not.
It was It was the Hammer of Dawn. Hammer of Dawn was very interesting to use in that game. Everyone would be running for it. I think we had like a couple guys who were actually pretty good with it.
Oh, and then the Gorgon pistol.
The Gorgon pistol. That one was very interesting.
That one actually was really good.
I think a lot of people use that one more than the pistol.
That was the Cantus pistol you were able to pick up.
Did they have the hand cannon in the first one?
They did. Oh, and then the shield.
Oh, the shotgun shield. Remember? Shotgun shield glitch.
Yeah, and then they nerfed it.
That was busted AF, bro. Like, I remember that. And I remember our buddy that we don't really talk to anymore is the one that showed me that glitch. And I was like, oh, snap. And I had the shotgun. Literally, you were unkillable if you had that shotgun shield glitch. And then eventually they ended up patching it. But it took a while for them to patch it.
A long time.
And then, remember the other glitch they were able to do? It was on River. If you had the stun grenades, and like there's like the fuel case, and then if you threw it right there, and then you had your back to it, it would throw you back there, and then you would just camp in there and be able to like
especially if you were playing Guardian.
You actually had decent angles from both sides. You were actually able to like kind of cheese the multiplayer, but then also too you would use that strat for Horde mode.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember we used to waste hours on Horde mode. Did you get anything out of it? No, just the satisfaction that I got through all 50 waves,
which was intense.
But yeah, we played the crap out of Horde. That was probably where we spent most of our time was Horde because we're like, multiplayer is cool, but Horde was just fun because you're just able to just goof
Team
around.
Team of 5, heck yeah.
Yeah. Playing on the maps, but yeah, I definitely would say. What would you say is your underrated, overrated? I don't think you're going to have any overrated either, but I want to hear your thoughts.
Gears of War 1 and 2, I think, are properly rated. Great story on the first one. The second one follows up with the same, like, kind of mixture. Like, it's a great story. And that's obviously, for me, where the multiplayer took off. And I played a ton of hours behind that. Halo 3's multiplayer, I think that one's
you mean Gears of War 3?
I'm sorry, Halo. Yeah. Sorry, Gears had a brain fart. I think in Gears 3 the multiplayer for me was okay. Obviously for me, like, finishing the story was more important than that. Like, yeah, obviously I played the multiplayer with like you guys and everybody else, but it just didn't feel the same as Gears of War 2. I think because they added so many new weapons that
The Retro Lancer.
yeah,
Another gun that
F
was
that gun.
super cheesy
F that gun.
Compared to the double barrel.
Because everybody would rock that plus a double barrel, and I'm like, really? You were gonna go with that loadout?
And I think if anything, the more of the frustrating one was the Retro Lancer because a lot of people would do the charge one where they stab you with the bayonet, and if you're not killing them super quickly or you didn't get a headshot, they're just gonna go stab you and then kill you.
They added too many. I think they added too many fun weapons in that game.
Which is why I say it's the fun one. I don't think it's necessarily like the multiplayer. I would say is the most balanced one.
Like I hated that in the one shot. No matter where you land in the body, it's an instant kill. Ooh. But it did take a while to crank up. So I think there was...
Oh, yeah. It was one of the big heavy-duty weapons that they introduced in that. Oh, I remember that gun, too.
Oh, yeah.
They definitely had chaos in that.
Then they had the digger. I hated that one.
Oh, the digger.
That killed anybody hiding behind cover.
The digger. I totally forgot about that gun from 3. But, yeah, they definitely... Like I said, they definitely juiced up and kind of just try to make 3 super chaotic, where 2 was more... You had to have the fundamentals down to be able to be good at that game for the multiplayer.
Yeah. So for me, Halo 3, Gears of War 3 is I feel like that for me is kind of like an overrated one.
Okay.
I love the story, and that's what my main goal was. The multiplayer, I feel like that one died quicker for me.
Oh yeah.
It died so much quicker because I can't recall what other games were around that time, but I think we hardcore played it for a few months and then just kind of put it to the side, and it was kind of like we'll come back to it from time to time, which we did. I mean, I think we had some of our tournaments we used to have at your cousin's house. We would all go there and play Gears 2, and then when Gears 3 dropped, we were playing that one for the tournaments. We would do the tree tournaments, like a random draw, who gets who.
The only reason why I like Halo 3 is because I just did it too. The reason why I like Gears of War 3, I think also too, because I was okay at the game, 1 and 2. I was like, but I didn't really care if I was good or not. I'm like, I'm just here to enjoy with my buddies.
I cared.
And everything, and sometimes when our old buddy, which you still talk to every now and then, is Andrew. I wanted to be just like him in Gears. I think a lot of us wanted to be like Andrew. Andrew was just, I don't know. He was super good at that game. Like the way he did his wall bounces and everything. Oh man, I wanted to be like him, but I was like, I don't think I'll ever commit too much to that. I'm just gonna have fun with this one. And I think the reason why I like 3 is because I definitely felt like I was good, better at I felt like I was better at the game, but because they had the Retro Lancer, the double barrel, so I definitely felt like going through that game I was a lot better. But it was a lot different from Gears 2. So the skills that I got from 3 would not carry over to 2 to be good at again.
I put my boot to his ass for sure. We would go back a lot exchanging just to see who's better, and that hasn't changed. Every now and then he'll come over and we'll do that little.
He still has it in him though for his Gears of War stats.
It's like riding a bike, you don't forget.
Because I think he also played a little bit of the remastered one too.
Yeah, he came over to my house to play with me and Rudy for a little bit.
Oh yeah, but I remember I think he was he didn't really play Gears of War too much, and I think you guys played with him, and then it was just super he was still super good at it, and I was like, this is the remastered, so there's a different feel to it, and he's over here still if he's still playing Gears too, because
it played like Gears 2. That multiplayer. I mean, obviously they upped it, so it felt at home. Yeah, that they just enhanced what was already there, so I think they did a good job on that.
Gears of War, I think 2 is where we spent most of our time. I think Gears 3 was the game that we played for a little bit but didn't play as much, and then 1 I don't think we played with each other.
No.
At that time when Gears of War came out, so 2 was definitely the one that had heavy friendship.
One thing I will say about that game, the Gears of War franchise, I didn't like the ranking system they had. I never understood it. It just kind of felt meaningless to me. And then kind of Gears 3 only capitalized on me hating it because the ranking system was weird. And then it was more about getting the ribbons than anything, which I was like, this is dumb. This is not why I played this game. Screw the ribbons.
That was Gears 3, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was screw the ribbons. I'm here to kill people.
Yeah, that was Gears 3. I don't think they did that in Gears 2, did they?
That's why I said in Gears 3 they introduced
They definitely made 3 more of up-to-date type of stuff that they would have, features that they had in other multiplayer games, and they added that to there. Because they also had skins, I think, in that game.
Better skins in Gears 3 for sure. I will say, I felt like they were trying to be like Call of Duty, where you would have your calling card, and you could put like your attributes of the ribbons you had, and I'm like, this isn't what Gears is about. Gears is about just being
They
better.
definitely followed like more of the mainstream multiplayer games at the time to be able to make the Gears of War 3 multiplayer, which wasn't bad, but it definitely didn't feel like Gears of War 2. Like it definitely felt different.
Definitely not.
What
Next one, Destiny 1 and 2.
Ooh, Destiny 1 and 2. Honestly,
we're both gonna have the same answer on this.
I feel like that one's pretty quick, easy to think about. Is probably like Destiny 2. I think is the overrated one, and I think Destiny 1 is the properly rated one.
I think so too. That's an easy one.
Like Destiny 1, like at the same time, I'm coming off of Borderlands, so then when that game came out, I was like, oh hell yeah, another looter shooter, and it's in space, and you get to hang out with your friends,
and it's by Bungie.
It was their first game, so you kind of had the trust with them from the previous game, so you're like, they didn't let me down with Halo 3 and Halo Reach,
ODST
or ODST.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and play Destiny 1. And honestly, it was like one of my favorite games. And hours that we spent on that, it was crazy. Endless. I loved grinding in that game, and I think and I think all the stuff that I liked about 1 was just changed with Destiny 2. Like I just did not. I would come back to it very frequently in Destiny 2, but I never stayed as much as I did with Destiny 1. Like I played that until it died, pretty much, for Destiny 1.
Definitely. For me, like I touched Destiny 2 for a little bit, but I was just like, it doesn't feel the same. It doesn't kind of feel like I will say, like, for Destiny 1, like the story, I loved it. I just wish it was longer. Because you blow through that story like in a couple hours, I think. If you sat down and played that game,
that's where all the expansions come in.
Right, but that's what I'm saying though. Like, I'm not paying for the most typical games is anywhere between like 10 and 20 hours of like a campaign, depending on how you play.
We were able to beat that campaign like maybe like 5 or 6 hours.
Yeah, it was like that.
Yeah, but and they didn't really have too many as cutscenes. But like Destiny 1 was still, I think, pretty cool. It was still pretty good. I think the reason why I like 2 a little bit more is that they did kind of revamp the level up system, because I kind of hated the light system from Destiny 1.
That's right, yeah.
So they kind of made that different in this one, in Destiny 2, which is what I did like about it. And then also too, what I still liked about the Destiny games in general is that the gunplay always feels nice. Even in 2, the gunplay, it's satisfying.
It's definitely like Halo old-fashioned gameplay.
Yeah, definitely. I did play Halo Destiny 2 for a little bit, and I don't think anyone else really got onto it. I think maybe a couple of my friends also got it too. Like I think David and like his set of friends, I think, got it, but I don't think they stayed too long for it. I was like the one that kind of like was loyal to it for a little bit.
Yeah, you were.
And then eventually I was like, I'm good.
No.
Because that's the whole reason why I like Destiny 1 is because I have a lot more friends playing it, and we were able to play with friends and do these raids and everything. But now, as I'm playing solo, it's like...
It's not the same.
Not the same. I don't do as many raids because you have to have like a team like that you had to invite to be able to do raid, because they didn't have like an app at the time to be able to like find friends. So you kind of just had to be... Because I was not very sociable, so I know you could talk to most people that are in like the social hub in Destiny 2, but... no one really talks in there, so like even though you're talking, no one's gonna really talk. So then it's just like, well, I don't know how I'm gonna do any of these raids, and they don't have a matchmaking system. You have to have friends, or you have to have a team before you go into this raid. You can't matchmake into a team, which I thought was kind of stupid.
They didn't do that till Destiny 2 though, because I think in the first one that wasn't a thing, but I think in the second one, when you're doing the raids, you were able to matchmake with people to do it.
In Destiny 1?
No, Destiny 2.
Destiny 2, you were not able to do that.
No? Still? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
I didn't play it as much, so that's how I...
There was some stuff... There was a good amount of stuff that you were able to do, like, and it was just matchmaking into team, but I think as the raids go in, because it's, like, it requires cooperation and all that stuff, that they need you to have a team already, or be able to, like, have a team ready before you can go in the raid. They don't want you to matchmake into the raid, because then if you matchmake into the raid, I feel like there's a lot of people that matchmake into the raid, but then don't take it seriously. And then you just wasted, like, let's say you were on the raid for 5 hours, and then they
pretty much wasted time.
Yeah, pretty much wasted time, because they like didn't take it seriously, or they just left or whatever, and now you're short a person. So I guess I understand why they did that, but I think they did in the recent time, they did add a matchmaking system, so they haven't looking for a game, LFG app or whatever, in the actual game itself. So you could actually be like, well, I'm trying to queue up for this activity. I want this set of team, and then we're doing it on this difficulty, and then it would help find you people that are also on that, or already created a lobby, and then it would match you up with those people. So I definitely did like that, but the fact that that wasn't in the beginning when it came out.
It was too late already.
Yeah, I was like, okay, that's cool that they did that, but I'm like, why didn't they do that in the beginning? But, honestly, Destiny 1's still phenomenal, and I love everything about that. And then Destiny 2, there were some things that I liked, but it just kind of fell short after a while.
Very short. And it's funny that they're still adding things to it now.
And it's funny because they said originally with Destiny 1 they wanted a 10-year plan. And then they dropped it after maybe a couple years after they finished their
after year
Wrath
2
of the Machine. After the Wrath of the Machine DLC, they stopped and then started working on Destiny 2. And then now with Destiny 2, you are getting the 10-year plan. But the whole point of it was to have the 10-year plan for Destiny 1, but yet you waited till Destiny 2, and now it's like, now we're going to have a 10-year plan because I think it's already been almost 10 years already for Destiny 2, because they still have expansions coming out for it.
Oh, the reason why they're doing it with Destiny 2 is because they don't have the funds to make a Destiny 3.
Well, they can't say they don't have the funds because they just made Marathon.
Yeah, but it's a completely separate game, though. You know what I mean? Like, instead of dumping their money into a 3 that may be successful, I think that's why they're doing the Marathon. Because it's like, let's give them something new to try out versus something they've already played that may or may not hit.
Which, honestly, talk about Marathon. Marathon was pretty fun, honestly. I enjoyed it. I know Jordan played it a little bit. He didn't really like it too much.
Nah.
But I honestly enjoy some of the things that they do have in the game in Marathon compared to, like, Arc Raiders. Because I feel like with, some of the things, like in Marathon, I think you can have, like, a level up system. So you can level up your factions, and then you get, like, bonus perks and stuff as you level up the factions, where I think in Arc Raiders is kind of lacking because you're like doing these quests, and you have all these traders, but nothing changes with them. You don't get like extra bonuses and all that stuff. You just get items. So it's like one little takeaway just because we briefly brought up Marathon.
If they do stay true to their word about making a social hub in Arc Raiders, I think that's what we'll get that stuff, kind of factions.
Yeah.
And if they're smart enough to do that, and that'll keep a really good player base to work for something. You know, each faction should obviously have something unique to them that only you get doing this versus doing it with this one. You'll only get that. That way, it's like I guess it kind of feels like you have the upper hand on somebody, maybe, depending on what they give you. Aside from cosmetics, like, obviously, there's going to have to be something that they dish out, maybe like a special weapon.
So that's, like, definitely one thing I liked about the Marathon is, like, that faction level up system, because it's just, like, you want to do all these quests because you're going to get, like, points or whatever to be able to get these extra perks and stuff that give you, like, bonuses and stuff, which I feel like Arc Raiders I wish they had that, because it's like I'm doing all these quests and I'm getting some items, but I'm not really building towards anything with these any of these traders or with any of these traders. So I definitely feel like a cool level up system for each trader would be really cool in Arc Raiders.
Definitely. Just last segment before we close things out. Our gaming Mount Rushmore, 4 games that for each of us individually, like, what kind of personal impact they've had on us, some of the best memories that we've had from them, and then obviously, like, sort of the influence on gaming that each one has had towards us. So
wants to go first?
I'll go first.
All right.
I mean, without a doubt, like, obviously, like, Gears of War franchise and Halo franchise are, like, on the top 2 up there, like, games that I hold in high regard and will always cherish, just because of the memories of, like, I think those were the golden ages of gaming for, like, me personally, with the rest of you guys who we played with from 2006 to about 2012. Like, those years of gaming for me were probably the best because we had those games. I would say for game number 3, I would have to go with the Dead Space franchise.
Okay.
Just because, like, like I said, I grew up watching my pops play, like, the Resident Evil franchise, and I fell in love with it along with the Silent Hill franchise growing up. And to me, like, this was sort of my franchise that I got to play on my own and, like, build, like, that horror game aspect. And I was like, you know what, like, that game always holds. I love the story. I love the gameplay.
The environment's freaking amazing in Dead Space. The sound, like, again, sound design. Literally, you can hear, like, metal clanking even if there's nothing happening. Like, I don't know. They just made it feel like you're. I don't know. They made you immersed.
They're in the walls.
Yeah, it made you feel immersed when you're definitely playing Dead Space. And especially at the time when it came out on 360 for a game a game like that to come out, definitely pretty solid.
And then for game number 4, that's going to be a tough one. I mean, And I've played so many games throughout the years. It's really hard. I mean, I given you 2 good multiplayers and I gave 1 single player. So, I would probably definitely say for that one, I would probably go with. Damn, see, it's hard. It's hard to narrow it down when there's so many good games.
Yeah, there's so many games. In our age, we played so many games.
Yeah. Damn. What is it? I can't think of one. I can't pick one. That's the problem. It's really hard. I would probably say Modern Warfare 2.
Modern Warfare 2.
Of all the original one, of all the and that came out, I think it was 2008, and that really, for me, the golden age of gaming, like, God, I can't even tell you how many hours I spent on that game with everybody.
Yeah, definitely Modern Warfare 2, step up from Call of Duty 4, which Call of Duty 4 was great.
Yeah. I don't think there's been a better Call of Duty since Modern Warfare 2. I know they tried to remaster it and, update the graphics and some weapons, but I just think for what it was and when it came out at the time, it was very simple. It's just a shooter. You want camos, get headshots. You want certain calling cards, get this amount of kills with certain weapons. It's very simple, but like fun.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's kind of around the time when
Modern Warfare 2, so Modern Warfare 2, I'm trying to think about it now. It was Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Was there a modern? Was it Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare and then it was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2?
It's Call of Duty 4, then it was Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Oh, okay.
And then it was Modern Warfare 2 and then Modern Warfare 3.
Really? Yeah. I feel like there was like Call of Duty 4.
There was a Call of Duty 4, I think.
Uh-huh.
And then it was Modern Warfare.
Oh. Why don't I remember much of Modern Warfare, like the very first one?
I
remember the second one, of course, because that's the game we played a lot. But I'm like, I can't even think about what Modern Warfare was, the first one. That's why I feel like it was tied to Call of Duty 4. Huh.
You can look it up. We could check
it out. I'll check it out. Check it out later.
Fact check me on that one.
I don't know. My phone's over there recording.
Yeah, I know. Later. But those will probably be my 4. And obviously, it's your 4.
Oh, honestly, because I've talked about it already, it's Kingdom Hearts 2, so there's not really any explanation. If you watched the last podcast, was it the last podcast? Yes. Yeah, it was the last podcast. I did talk about, dive into a little bit of that. I would say Kingdom Hearts 2 is definitely up there. And then I would definitely say, because I talked about it briefly. No, I actually talked a good amount of it too. BioShock would be the second one that I really enjoyed, because that we also had, I guess that was also the last podcast. Was that last podcast or the podcast before that? It was one of the recent podcasts, and I already talked about a little bit of BioShock 1 and like the impact and like how into I was, and then how I got it or came across it. And then yeah, and just those games I can go back to. I've played I haven't gone back to Kingdom Hearts 2 too often, but like BioShock, I remember like I played that game so many times. Like I'd beat it because there was 2 different endings too. So it's like you beat it, and then you're like, all right, I'm gonna go do another playthrough because I want to get the second ending. And then the other times are just playing it just because I'm like, I just want to go back into this world and just playing like with the gameplay and everything. And it's just crazy because it was actually a fun. Honestly, it was probably one of the better looking games in Xbox 360 era
because of the time period it was in.
That too, but also too, I think graphically, I think it was kind of like there's a lot of good games that, of course, like Gears of War, like we were talking about, like Halo 1. No, that was Xbox actually, but Xbox 360. But I don't know. Honestly, there was something else built into that BioShock game because honestly, the graphics are freaking. Like I said, like I think I talked about it on a couple podcasts ago, but it definitely holds up to this day. Yeah. Like the original version of BioShock, like it's crazy how well it holds up and how good it looked back in the day. And yeah, just phenomenal game, going through the whole worlds, learning about the mysteries. And then it kind of felt like you kind of were able to. It looked fine. It kind of felt like open world because you're literally able to explore all of Rapture pretty much for that game. And yeah, it was just phenomenal. And just not playing and haven't played anything like that. And it was also too, it was like the one game that, even though it wasn't considered horror, it was like the first game that got me like into those types of like worlds, like kind of scary horror type of elements to it. So definitely BioShock. I would say another one I would say is Borderlands 2 actually.
So that's number 3.
Yeah. Huh? Yeah. So yeah, number 3 would be Borderlands 2 because honestly, I love Borderlands 1. It's great. Got you interested into like how the system works and like looting and shooting. And I think literally with Borderlands, honestly, after playing that game, I wanted every game to be a looter shooter, honestly, which is why when Destiny came out, I was so into playing it because like, oh yes, a looter shooter. Like I wanted more of that feature in more games, because it's just like it gives you a reason to keep playing it, because you want those cool legendaries, you want those guns, you want to level up your, like, you just want to be able to feel like a badass at the end of it and saying like, yeah, I worked hard to be able to get this sick ass build. And honestly, Borderlands paved the way for me to want games to be more looter shooters.
Yeah, that's one franchise I wished I would have played with you guys that I didn't get into. And I don't know the reasoning why. It's typically up my alley of what I already do, but I don't know. Something about that game just didn't draw me in. And I don't know what it was, but I saw
more of it. I think more so it was probably like the cartoony feel of it.
It might have been why.
Like the way it looked and everything, I guess, could be like off-putting to some people, because like, oh, it's a shooter, but it like looks kind of cartoony. I don't know if I necessarily like that. But I definitely liked Borderlands 1, but Borderlands 2 is just like everything that they needed to fix in 1 was like upgraded in 2. Like you could definitely feel a difference from 1 to 2, which is like, again, we've talked to before, it's like if it's a good sequel, and that's the whole point of a sequel, is that it builds upon the previous one. It doesn't feel like just the same game, just a different story. Like you want it to feel like there's different features, there's different quality of life updates. And yeah, Borderlands 2, I could play the crap out of that game. I've played so many playthroughs with every single character, grinded hours and hours trying to get like the legendaries that you were able to get from like the different bosses, and just getting introduced to like the characters, especially Handsome Jack. Jack is probably like one of my favorite villains of all time in video games is Handsome Jack. There's just something about him. He's like a non-serious guy, but then a serious guy at the same time. It's just, I don't know. There's something about him that we'll probably dive more into that maybe in the future, about like the reason I really like Borderlands 2 and like all the things that went into it. And then I would say, well, I was thinking 4. Oh yeah, and then the fourth one, I would definitely say Mass Effect 2.
That's another
lot of 2s.
I never got into.
A lot of 2s, because honestly, I enjoyed the first ones, but then 2 was just a better improvement. Like I think Mass Effect 2, I just played the crap out of that game. I remember, I finished it, automatically went back into playing it again, because most games, usually once I finish, I'm like, I'll wait a couple days, maybe like a couple months, play something else, and then come back to it. No, as soon as I finished it, I was like, oh, I need to go back into it, because it just felt good. Like, honestly, third person RPG, you had the abilities, and it just looked beautiful as well. And then also too, like, there was achievement that you were able to get, because apparently in the very end of the game, actually almost every single teammate that you meet along the game can die in it. Ooh. So there was an achievement called No One Left Behind. So pretty much you let everyone gets out alive in that final part of the game. And pretty much I remember like the first playthrough, I think someone didn't make it or whatever. So I was like, I really want that achievement though. So then I went back into playing another second playthrough just to get all the decisions I had to do to be able to make sure that they survive and like upgrade them and all that stuff. And then also there was 2 different ways to play it. It was either the Paragon, which is a good guy, and then the Renegade version of the character. So I played both of them. And I could just play that game forever, honestly. Like, I played it so many times. I went back to it. I liked Mass Effect 1, but I played it once. And then I was like, I don't need to play it again. It was definitely fun, but I was like, one time, I'm good. But the second one, honestly, was just so much better, and I just enjoy that game so much. 3 was still pretty good, but again, it was 3, one and done type of thing. But 2, I just kept on going back to just to get all the achievements I was able to get, because you were able to do like a romance. Trying to romance all the characters. That's pretty much that you were able to choose from, because I think you literally can romance everyone. And I think that was the meme, because I remember at that time too, was it called Sanity Not Included? The old YouTube era. I love that channel back in the day. That was so fun. Just little it was like Robot Chicken, but like video games.
Yeah, right up our alley.
Yeah, right up our alley. And I remember they would say, like, I think it might have been Sanity Not Included, and they made fun of like Mass Effect. It's like, Mass Effect, you're playing as a character, Shepard or whatever. Shepard gets everyone type of thing. And that was like the whole meme, because like literally you were able to romance every single character as Shepard. So that was like the big old fun meme takeaway from that. So honestly, all of them are great. It's funny that they're all sequels, but when they improve upon the first one, it just makes the second one stand out more. Nice. So yeah, I think that's pretty much my 4 games that I would say is like defines me to this day with games.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of figured with some of those games. I was like, I had an idea that a few of those were going to be on the list. So,
yeah,
not surprising to hear that. The Mass Effect one was one I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, that game was so good, so fun. I love it to this day. But honestly, as we get to the end, do we have any dad lore for today?
Oh yeah. I think it was, my dad has once told me this is like it's my job to like take care of you and make sure like you don't falter and make mistakes, but he also said that like, hey, as it's a good learning tool and experience for you to make your own mistakes and fail and make your own adjustments, because if I coddle you for the rest of your life, there's always something to be learned by either failing at something or maybe you're getting hurt. It's just like, hey, like that'll always be burned in the back of my mind, like, hey, I did this and this is what happened, so probably won't do that again.
Yeah.
And that could be said with anything across the board in life. Is like, hey, sometimes you need to fail to succeed, because you don't really get a whole lot of feedback from always winning or succeeding. Like the better feedback is failing, understanding what you did wrong, changing it, and then succeeding.
Yeah. Okay.
Builds better character.
Yeah.
In my opinion, and
I
can never say that whatever he's told me has been wrong, because a lot of things that he's told me in my life growing up have been very true. I'll never tell him that to his face, but yes.
Like Alfred once said, it's like, why do we fall? So we can get back up.
So we can learn to pick ourselves back up.
Yeah. There you go. There's a quote.
Yep. That's funny. When I first heard that from that specific thing, it's just like, damn, that was powerful, and now I get it.
Yeah.
I totally understand it.
That was 3. Huh? Wasn't that Dark Knight? Or was that 3? For Batman that he said that quote?
It was the first one.
It was the first one? Okay.
Yeah, that's when Ra's al Ghul burns his house down, and then that beam falls on him. He's like, why do we fall down?
That's Batman Begins.
Oh.
Dang.
Where is she?
Maybe eventually we'll talk about our Batman journey, because
hell yeah.
honestly, whenever I think about the Batman series, it's always Batman Dark Knight. The Dark Knight Returns, which is second. Wait, is it Dark Knight Returns?
It's Batman Begins.
Yeah, Batman Begins.
Dark Knight, and then Dark Knight Rises.
Oh, okay. The second one.
Yeah.
Second one's so great. I love the second one so much.
100%. We'll talk. Well, we could cover that on that.
Yeah, maybe we'll cover it one day, or we just that we love that we from this little instance right here that we like those. Maybe we'll talk about. I don't know if we have too much to say about it. Just overall our thoughts and everything. But yeah, you know what? Honestly, maybe a future movie segment where we just talk about the 3 movies, the good, the bad.
We'll talk about just before we close things out, like games that we're gonna be playing this week. Like I'm gonna be starting the live stream for Dead Space coming week. You're going to finish off Resident Evil 9.
And then, like I said, we'll probably have our full reviews for Silent Hill F and Resident Evil 9 for episode 7.
Mm-hmm.
So 6 is going to be interesting, because we're going to have some different topics that we haven't talked about before, because we have our host coming back. So it's definitely going to be a fun one, and it's going to be definitely different from what we've talked about. So
I feel like it'll be more personal about us as a trio of friends. So that's going to be cool.
And so I feel like that's going to be expected for 6, and then excited to see what we do with 7, especially with our 2 reviews. And then what else? Oh,
and then obviously we gave us our Mount Rushmore of games for the 4.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't
this is
you
for
guys?
community.
This is going to be for you guys. Put it down in the comments somewhere. Tell us what your top 4 is. Maybe it's some games that we missed. There's a ton that we've missed. Let us know, and then we could possibly.
We were talking about earlier. It's like there's so many different types of Mount Rushmores you can do for different genres. So you can do genre-specific Rushmores. The Rushmores that we just said right now are pretty much Rushmores for our personal gaming experience that we feel stand out, and that
amongst
kind
our
of
friends
that define us as gamers. But then you can go dive into the different genres, and then definitely adds for a debate that game or this game.
100%.
Definitely a thing, and then also adds. So you guys can say, oh, well, I don't necessarily agree with that take. And it's like, okay, cool. But we want to hear it. But what's your Mount Rushmore that defined you as a gamer? And let us know in the comments. And excited if we do get some comments, maybe we'll talk about it in the next podcast and say, hey, these are some of the recent comments that we got.
Oh, yeah. And then, obviously, we're going to put our socials up here.
Yeah, socials right here.
Be sure to
at the very end.
Be sure to follow, and comment. It helps support us. We'll also put somewhere down here the Dubby code for us.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we can do that. I forget. We actually have
get that extra 10% off so you guys can...
We have that extra added thing that we could put inside our little title, inside that little description right there now. So yeah, we have the Dubby. We're so excited to be partnered with them. The first flavor that we've tried right now is really delicious, and honestly, I love my sipper.
Same.
And yeah, I'm definitely excited to try some more flavors. But it's probably gonna be a while before we can finish this one because there's like still so much left.
That's why
in there.
that's why I said I want to get the singlets for us so we can try and then just order different ones.
Definitely the next one maybe the next tub you'll see is the Chainsaw Man one, because
I think that's one we already agreed on.
We're both Chainsaw Man fans. I think maybe we'll eventually talk about Chainsaw Man on the channel after he sees the movie too. Yeah,
I think we need to see that, for sure.
Because he's already seen season 1, but he hasn't watched the movie, so I definitely feel like he should watch the movie and then we could talk about that.
Definitely.
In a future podcast. But yeah, appreciate everyone. All the support.
Definitely.
We've been getting some good traction again, like our clips. I don't think I posted clips for the last couple days, but
life happens.
Yeah, life happens, but there's still tons of things to watch, and then we've gotten a good amount of views, and then like the live streams are there, so even if you don't see it in the video that we're live streaming a game, you could just go to the live tab and see what our past lives were, which is what I like about YouTube, is that it saves our live streams.
We're going to have a nice archive of games played.
Oh, yeah. There's definitely going to be a good archive of lives on there in case you don't catch it at the time of this recording for this video. So definitely excited to see where we go. And I'm definitely excited for next week when our host comes back. And y'all have a good night. Good day. So actually stay silent, stay lethal. And thank you for the continuous support. And looking forward to our next episode.
Yeah. Appreciate it, guys. Have a good one. And we'll see you on the next one.